Morning, church. This is the eulogy of a legendary icon, Judy Wanjeri Thongori. A life of wit, courage, and unwavering integrity. This is her early life. Born on the 9th June 1963 in Mugumoine Village, Kanyenyaine location, Murang'a County, Judy Wanjeri entered this world as the eldest child of Grace Wangari Koge and the loving sister to John Koge and Caroline Nyambura Koge. From the very beginning, she stood out, not just as the firstborn, but as the curious, determined, and remarkable child whose path would diverge from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Judy's early life was rooted in the rhythms of rural life, a foundation that shaped her strength, resilience, and humility. Like other children in the village, she ran errands, fetched water, and attended Kanyenyaine Primary School, where her brilliance began to shine. Known affectionately as Wanjeri Kanini, to distinguish her from a cousin with the same name, her small structure belied the great mind and spirit she carried. Even in those formative years, Judy's determination and sense of purpose were evident. Whether it was picking tea or studying diligently in a common room with cousins, Judy lived by the principle that there is a time for everything. Her commitment to excellence, combined with a playful sense of humor, made her both endearing and inspiring to those around her. Judy was baptized and confirmed in the Anglican Church and participated actively in St. James Kanyenyaine, which was a cornerstone of her faith and upbringing. She actively participated in Sunday school and church activities, ensuring her siblings did not miss a single service. These moments of faith and community deeply influenced her character, grounding her in values that would guide her throughout her life. In later years, she became a committed and vibrant member of the Nairobi Chapel. Judy's academic journey began at Kanyenyaine Primary School in 1970, where she quickly established herself as a formidable academic force. In 1976, she did her certificate of primary education, earning her a coveted place at Kahuhia Girls High School for her O-level and A-level school studies. Her academic prowess continued to flourish at Kahuhia, particularly in history, a subject that resonated with her natural intellect and passion for justice. At Kahuhia Girls, Judy was much more than a top-performing student. She was a vibrant presence who made friends easily and treated everyone with kindness and humor. She had a special knack for giving classmates nicknames and finding joy in the little things, from shared jokes to moments of laughter. Her leadership qualities shone through when she was appointed school captain, a role she handled with a rare combination of authority, empathy, and courage. Judy's activist spirit also emerged during those years as she fearlessly advocated for students' rights and spoke up against injustice. In 1984, Judy joined the Faculty of Law at the University of Nairobi. At the university, her vivacious spirit, sharp humor, and unwavering integrity earned her a cherished place among friends and peers. She was the glue that held her group of law students together, sharing wisdom, laughter, and unforgettable moments. Judy's practical training at the Murang'a Law Courts during her second year further solidified her reputation as a rising star, referred to as Judge by those who observed her commanding presence. She carried herself with a professionalism that inspired admiration and respect. After graduating from the University of Nairobi in 1987, Judy proceeded to the Kenya School of Law for advocacy training while doing her pupillage at the Mashira and Company Advocates. She completed her training in 1988 and was admitted to the bar that December, a very proud milestone. She then had a brief stint at the Attorney General's office in the Treaties and Agreements Department. In 1988, she joined Mudoge and Gaturu Advocates and later Dungunjoroge and Kwach Advocates. Her career journey ultimately led her to the Federation of Women Lawyers, which is known as FIDA Kenya, where her passion for justice and advocacy for women's rights found a lasting home as it aligned with her inherent values. As the Deputy Executive Director and Head of Litigation, Judy played a pivotal role in advancing women's rights, family law, and access to justice in Kenya. Judy's family life. It was at Mashira and Company Advocates in 1991 that Judy would first meet the love of her life, John Thongori. However, it wasn't until 1992, after John opened his own law firm, that their friendship blossomed into a beautiful courtship. Over 3 years, their bond deepened, culminating in a joyous celebration of their love when they were united in holy matrimony in a stunning ceremony at the All Saints Cathedral, followed by an equally splendid reception at the Chiromo campus on the 11th of June, 1994. Their family began with the birth of their son, Eric Thongori, in 1995, followed by the arrival of their daughter, Tracy Wairimo, in 1998. From the very start, Judy placed her family at the heart of everything she did. She was deeply committed to building a model family anchored in love, unity, and unwavering support for one another. Judy's family believed that the family was the foundation of life, the root that gives one wings to soar high. To her, peace at home was a cornerstone of peace in all other aspects of life. She loved her husband, adored her children. She would move mountains for them, serving as their greatest encourager, comforter, confidant, and cheerleader. Her life at home reflected the values that she championed in her professional life and public life. Judy was a humble and respectful wife, a role model mother, and an inspiration to other families. She lived her principles, practicing at home what she advocated to the world, a staunch believer of family unity and reconciliation. She was a beacon of wisdom and guidance for couples who sought her counsel. Judy's legacy as a devoted wife, mother, and advocacy for sanctity of the family will forever remain a shining example of transformative power of love, harmony, and integrity. Her work life. Judy's life was a masterclass in balance, a seamless fusion of her professional excellence and her unwavering commitment to her family. She approached both with the same passion, discipline, and love, proving that one could excel in both work and play without compromising the other. Just as she nurtured her family with love and care, she poured her entire heart into her work, inspiring her team and clients with her relentless pursuit of excellence and her ability to find joy and meaning in every endeavor. Judy was a visionary leader of excellence. In 2003, she founded Judy Thongori and Company Advocates after leaving FIDA Kenya. And she also took on the role of the founding chairperson at the Center for Rights, Education and Awareness crew. Renowned for her dedication and work ethic, she upheld exacting standards in her firm, inspiring her team to excellence through her tireless example. Judy was not only a consummate professional, but also a compassionate mentor who nurtured her team with genuine care. She fostered a supportive and innovative work environment, encouraging creativity, critical thinking, and collaboration. Her personal connections with staff and their families created a culture of trust and mutual respect, while her mentorship shaped hundreds of advocates into trailblazers in their own right. Committed to the ethical and holistic legal practice, Judy ensured her clients left her care better equipped to handle challenges. Even during the crisis of COVID-19 pandemic, she upheld her values, retaining all her staff at full pay and expanding her practice at a time when most businesses were closing and shutting down. Even on the morning of her departure to India for treatment, Judy was still working on 2 cases from her office for her clients. Judy's legacy is one of excellence, integrity, and humility, proving that success can be achieved without compromising principles.
I will continue from Judy's public interest advocacy. Judy's dedication to public interest advocacy was testament to her unwavering commitment to justice and the public good. Her significant contributions to this field deserve recognition as part of her legacy. In 2012, Judy appeared before the inaugural Supreme Court to advocate for the immediate realization of the not more than two-thirds gender principle in the National Assembly and the Senate. Earlier, in 2011, she challenged unconstitutional appointments by the then president, seeking to block the appointment of a Chief Justice, Attorney General, Controller of Budget, and Director of Public Prosecutions in violation of constitutional provisions. This case, heard by Honorable Mr. Justice Daniel Musinga, who was actually her classmate, resulted in the rigorous public interviews now required for such positions. In the same year, Judy appeared before Honorable Justices Mwilu, Warsame, and Mwera to argue that the composition of the Supreme Court itself must adhere to the not more than two-thirds gender principle. She also sought a mandatory order before Honorable Lady Justice Mo Bigoge to compel Parliament to enact legislation implementing this principle for gender representation in governance. Furthermore, Judy petitioned the High Court, seeking declarations that Parliament was unconstitutional for failing to pass the necessary legislation to uphold gender unity. That Judy's vision of gender parity in governance remains unrealized is a profound national loss. Her work, however, laid a solid foundation for continued advocacy and reform. Legislative reforms Judy worked tirelessly amongst other prominent women in the women's movement, such as Chief Justice Martha Koome, Martha Karua, Jerry Kabeberi, Nancy Baraza, Professor Patricia Kameri-Mbote, Anne Jogu, and others seeking legislative reforms, particularly in the area of family law and gender equality. They successfully drafted and lobbied for the enactment of progressive legislation aimed at fostering fairness, dignity, and protection in domestic family and personal relationships. The Marriage Act of 2014 brought much needed harmony to the previously fragmented marriage laws, introducing mediation as a step before divorce and enabling no-fault divorce based on irreconcilable differences to preserve the dignity of persons during separation. The Matrimonial Property Act of 2013 replaced the outdated English law from 1882. Offering clarity and modern principles in dealing with the concept of matrimonial property. Furthermore, the Protection from Domestic Violence Act of 2015 addressed the long neglected issue of domestic abuse, providing vital safeguards and influencing other critical legal frameworks, such as the Children's Act and the equality provisions of the 2010 Constitution. These transformative laws reflect a commitment to justice and equality and have shaped the legal landscape, profoundly impacting countless lives. Judy's contribution to family law in Kenya has not gone unnoticed. In 2013, she became the first woman to be inducted into the Roll of Honor by the Law Society of Kenya for distinguished service in the legal profession in Kenya. In 2015, she was recognized by the Law Society of Kenya for her selflessness in offering pro bono legal services. In 2020, she was conferred the rank of Senior Counsel under the Advocates Act. Under this act, the President of Kenya recognized her for rendering exemplary service to the legal and public sector in Kenya and for being a person of irreproachable professional conduct. Upon the advice of the National Honors and Awards Committee, the President also conferred upon her the Order of the Burning Spear, MBS. Additionally, Judy has contributed to human rights and gender issues and has trained lawmakers, lawyers, police, and even judicial officers on the same. At the national level, Judy offered her services to different initiatives. She contributed to the governance, justice, law and order sector, and was a member of the task force on regulating religious organizations in Kenya. She was also an active member of the Family Division Bar Bench Committee, as well as a member of the Council of Legal Education. Judy's influence extended beyond the Kenyan borders. As a member of the International Family Lawyers and the International Bar Association, she brought her expertise to global platforms. She also served on the boards of organizations such as AMREF, CREW, and GROOTS at various times of her career as an active citizen. During Kenya's political crisis in 2007, she worked with Vital Voices, amongst other civil society organizations, to foster peace, exemplifying her commitment to justice and reconciliation. Judy's social life. Judy was a vibrant and unique soul whose zest for life touched everyone around her, a free spirit and the life of every party. She brought people together with warmth, laughter, and a knack for creating unforgettable moments. Judy cherished friendship deeply, nurturing her circle like family, and making her home a welcoming haven for all. Her adventurous spirit was unmatched as she discovered and shared hidden gems, seamlessly balancing her passions with a demanding career. As a host, she was meticulous, transforming simple gatherings into elegant experiences. Her culinary skills, from signature starter soups to unforgettable dishes like croquette potatoes and chicken in mushroom sauce, reflected her dedication to excellence. Judy's love for dancing and music, especially nostalgic 90s tunes, infused her events with unbridled joy and energy, making every celebration unforgettable. Judy's talent for networking was extraordinary, often introducing people and fostering connections that blossomed into lifelong friendships. She had a gift for creating magical moments, whether by a fire, on her patio, or at one of her recently discovered hidden gems in social places. Her love for soul music and the shuffle, which she perfectly choreographed, were legendary. Her signature phrase, "There comes a time," delivered with her radiant smile, epitomized her grace and impeccable timing when it was time to leave. Meticulous and detail-oriented in all she did, Judy elevated the ordinary to extraordinary. Her presence was a source of joy and inspiration, and her legacy of love, connection, and excellence will forever be cherished by those who know her. Judy's illness. Judy enjoyed robust health throughout her life. She was, however, diagnosed with a serious illness in the middle of December 2024. She took the diagnosis seriously and quickly embarked on seeking treatment, necessitating a trip to India on 8th January 2025 for specialized intervention. The illness progressed very quickly and extremely aggressively, leading to her untimely demise on 14th January 2025. Judy's life was a tapestry woven with brilliance, resilience, and an unyielding commitment to truth and justice. She was more than a scholar, a lawyer, a leader. She was a force of nature, a trailblazer. Her legacy lives on in the countless lives she touched, the laughter she inspired, and the principles she so fiercely upheld. Rest in peace, Judy. Devoted wife, loving mother, cherished daughter, sister, cousin, friend, comrade, and colleague. Your light will forever shine in our hearts, and your legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. Rest well, Judy. You will be deeply missed, but your spirit will forever remain alive in our laughter, our shared stories, the melodies of our favorite songs, the friendships you helped us forge, and the cherished memories of a life so beautifully lived. Amen.
Thank you very much for reading so clearly and for telling her story